As a parent, do you ever feel overwhelmed or stressed? I mean, you might say, do I ever? You mean, how about always?
Today, it's hard to escape being busy just for busy's sake. There's school, camps, sports, dance, homework, tablets, video games, friends, 100 birthday parties every weekend, church events, men's groups, women's groups, Monday night football, keeping up with extended families, holidays. All of these can be great things, but too many things can leave us weak in the area that matters most, our family.
Our lives can quickly feel like we're running to keep up, and our spouse and kids feel distant instead of managing a realistic pace and feeling connected as a family.
In this video, we are going to talk about
the impact a schedule that is too busy has on your family,
what being too busy is doing to our marriage,
how to recognize an overly cluttered family schedule,
and 4 reasons why we are too busy and what we can do about it. I'm Dr. Dusty.
And I'm Ray. We believe healthy living doesn't have to be complicated.
It starts with a new mindset and education.
Join in on our mission of living better every day.
What does a schedule that's too busy feel like?
People may describe it as feeling as always running, being out of control, flying at the seat of their pants, or that their life is leading them rather than them leading their life.
These overly busy schedules leave individuals and families feeling out of breath and less connected to one another, and that's the least of it. Overscheduling is one of the leading causes of stress and anxiety within families.
Children who go from one activity to the next, then have the pressure of homework or other commitments, lose the opportunity to decompress and experience the mental growth and development that can come from their daily events.
They are also less likely to connect with their parents, confide their fears or concerns, ask questions, or share their thoughts. This directly impedes the deepening development of the parent-child relationship and building of trust that is so crucial as they grow.
Especially through their teen years as they become more vulnerable, curious, and question more of the world around them. It's not only kids who struggle when their schedules get too hectic. Adults can be just as impacted. Too much on your plate can impact all of us.
This state of being overscheduled and overly busy leaves little room for self-care or thinking about one's spouse. When your mind is strictly focused on the future, taking care of yourself and connecting with your partner kind of gets pushed to the back burner.
It's also hard to remember to make time for your marriage when so much needs to get done. Don't we know it?
As parents, it's easy to stay busy for the sake of family. I mean, part of being responsible and a parent is to make sure your family is safe, well-fed, and happy.
But if being too busy creates disconnection in your marriage, then you need to reprioritize. Disconnection will only create more separation, and some spouses use busyness as an excuse to spend time away from their spouse.
You, parents, are the bedrock of your family. Similar to a house, if the foundation is weak, the house is going to be weak. If your marriage is weak, your family is going to struggle.
If you're worried that date night is going to take away from family time, well, it's only ever going to enhance your family time.
Sure, this all makes sense, but you don't think it applies to you or your clan, huh? Well, in that case, take a look at these indications that your schedule is too tightly crammed and not leaving enough room for joy.
You or your family are tired all the time. Don't be fooled. Just because you're making a point of getting your kids to bed at a reasonable time doesn't mean you're getting enough rest. One of the side effects of a cluttered schedule is a racing mind and the inability to sleep well.
Your family members seem to get angry easily. With too much going on, there is little time to process conflicts or frustrations and respond accordingly. As a result, you or other family members may have short tempers and be quick to snap.
No one seems truly happy. They may be busy, but not necessarily happy. Even with good grades, sports, and successful parents, life isn't necessarily great. More doesn't always mean better, and being busy doesn't mean being happy.
Your family members often seem worried or anxious, especially for kids who haven't developed the skills to cope with stress. Cluttered schedules can make them feel like they never know what's next and that they always need to be preparing for something.
Do you feel guilty taking time for yourself? If you're still questioning this, consider how you feel when you take some personal time for something enjoyable that is only for you. Do you feel okay about it? Or do you feel guilty that you're not working on something or helping someone out? Overscheduling can lead to the lack of ability to relax and enjoy things easily.
We prioritize the urgent over what really matters. We often find ourselves prioritizing the urgent tasks over what really matters in our lives. We think that these immediate tasks are more important than the long-term goals we have set for ourselves. This can lead us to not achieving our main priority for our family, and we end up missing out on the simple daily interactions of being present with our children.
It's important to understand that while urgent tasks must be taken care of, we should not forget about the things that truly matter in life. We need to find a balance between taking care of what is urgent and focusing on what will make a true difference in our lives: relationships.
Let's take a step back and really define urgent in today's standards, shall we?
In the past, urgent was the cow that was your daily milk supply, got loose, and so you had to run, fetch it back to have your morning bowl of cereal.
Or urgent was that you had to keep the fire stoked so your family woke up to a warm house in the morning, you know? Urgent actually had meaning and significance.
Today, urgent is a notification popping up on your phone regarding someone passing away who you didn't know was famous until this notification popped up. You didn't even know them, but since the notification popped up without the name, you figured, well, I've got to click it. Then you figured out it's that iconic rock star. They died today. You know what I'm talking about. You click it too.
Today, urgent is making sure to see how many people hearted your new Insta post or a work email that came after work hours that you have to check. Oh, the emails. I tell you, there's like a million of them.
I guess what we're really trying to say is it important as parents to set boundaries of what really matters to us as a family and help maintain them? Otherwise, the annoying notifications, the cellular IV addiction, is really going to make family always feel second rate instead of the main priority.
Time with family is important. It's everything. Every marriage counselor or thriving married couple will tell you, date nights matter.
Do them. Even if it's only 10 minutes, we will make sure to keep our date night. Ever since dating, we had a long-distance relationship, and now being several years into our marriage, we have chosen a night for date nights and maintained it.
If you want to know our date strategy and ideas, let us know in the comments below by saying date night strategies, please.
Date nights with us are important. They don't have to be perfect. They most often aren't. The most important thing is that we do it. Like everyone else, our marriage evolves, and so do our date nights.
Perfect doesn't exist in this category. I mean, we're still trying to refine it. Most important is that we touch base each week to make sure that, well, our relationship and our family is well supported. Another thing that is important is time with your children. Sleep, kids' schedules, and events are important, and those three things alone can keep your child super busy. So it's important not to allow excessive busyness to creep up into a kid's life. That can exhaust every ounce of creativity and imagination that is the joy of childhood.
So what becomes so urgent?
The phone call at work, the emails that need to be returned, the useless notifications that pop up on our phones, mindless scrolling through social media, or maybe the extra practices for our kids become much more urgent, and we let it take over what is important. We need to make time for what really matters, or else the urgent will steal all of our family time away.
Let's dive into some quick solutions. Do you have date night with your spouse once a week? Do you have distraction-free time as a family? Are you ever all together as a family at least one time a week? How about starting a family night?
Reevaluate your priorities. For example, is it possible for all your activities to fall on 1 or 2 nights per week so you can free up a few other nights? Choose to protect certain times in your schedule. How can you make dinners or weekends a priority?
Check out our family night and family activities videos. We also have a couple blogs on this subject in the description box below.
We care too much about what other people think.
When it comes to your family, you need to first prioritize what your family's highest needs are and not compare your family to other people's families. Or along the same line, don't try to live a childhood fantasy vicariously through your child.
Be happy and content where your family is currently at. Your home is functional, your car is doing the job, your kids are happy, well-fed, and hand-me-downs are ethically sourced clothing anyways, so you can go to bed with a guilt-free conscience.
There will always be someone out there that makes you feel like you could do better. Instead of letting that get under your skin, take that as motivation to see what areas you do want to grow in as a family. Support your child in and set those goals.
But don't ever try and keep up with those dance or soccer moms. Oh my goodness! Enter that arena with caution and with the appropriate armor.
As parents, you're the leaders of your home, not other people's opinions or lifestyles. We get trapped when our lives are ruled by what we want others to think of us.
Quick tip. Ask yourself, am I doing this for my family, or am I doing this because I am worried about what other people think of me?
We each have our own agenda. Most of the things families are involved in are great things. For example, sports, band, and work.
But these great things can become individualized. Here are some common examples of how people have individualized their lives, ultimately undermining their time with their family.
People put their individual interests first before their family. For example, hobbies, social or work demands, resulting in people skipping family vacations and not attending important family events like weddings or funerals.
The future planning process has misguided people to prioritize experiences over even having a family. For example, traveling the world, checking off bucket list items, college or grad school instead of marriage, or postponing having kids until they are ready to settle down. You know what I mean.
Work and education are wonderful things, but if they are becoming the forefront of your world instead of helping support the world you want to create, then sound the alarm.
Also, if you are letting your kids miss out on all the family events due to their busy schedules, what type of foundation are you teaching them for their future family? That family time is only important when their schedule opens up to be there?
Here's a potential solution. Have a conversation as a family and talk about your schedules. Discuss some ways you could get more time together. Start with having a meal a week. Try having a family night consistently.
We don't want to miss out.
You've probably heard the phrase FOMO, fear of missing out. We don't want to miss out on anything, so we continue to say yes and fill our calendars, becoming too busy. In the process, the thing we miss out on is family time.
You can and will have to say no to many good things in order to preserve and prioritize your family schedules.
Here's a potential solution. Decide what your top family activities are. Are you going to have a date night, a family night? Then put those on the calendar. Anything outside of those activities that come up, and things will come up, just say no. Your marriage and family time has to be prioritized.
Here is another potential solution for you. Underschedule your family. You might need to say no to the extra practices. I hate to break it to you, but your child is most likely not going to be the next superstar in the NBA, NFL, or the MLB. You might have to say no to 6 different play dates so that your child can actually have some downtime. And that downtime doesn't mean filled with a screen. Not only will this help your schedule, but it will create independence to ward off future codependency issues.
If you're a parent or thinking about it, having a family is the biggest, most important thing you will ever do with your life.
We all have the same number of days in a week. And hours in the day. No more, no less. That's 24 hours per day and 168 hours per week.
What we do with these hours can seriously impact not just our lives, but your spouses, children, and the future generation.
It's easy to fall into the trap of filling up our schedule with busy line items. Evaluate purpose and end result. Stay intentional and don't be afraid to slow down.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.